Hey guys, Ozzy's back. So, I got some bad news at the beginning of this week. As you guys know, I have done a series on here about my traumatic brain injuries. I've had 7, and I also had an interview with my dad who also had a traumatic brain injury. I've talked about this place that I go that is a place that helps me with it. It has workers, people who help you get to a point where you can be independent after something like this. It's a place for those of us who have these issues to gather and be a family together. And the current staff are close to my heart. They're very good friends of mine. My current worker is someone who I love and I consider to be a literal part of my family. He has been really great to me. He has really helped me out with a lot of things, helped me gain perspective on things. Being that he is not just a dad, but also a stepdad, he has helped me in that capacity, because obviously I can go to my dad and talk to my dad about things, about being a father, but he doesn't have that experience of being a stepfather. So his name is Tom. He's a wonderful, sweet guy, and he is really close to me and Lauren. He has been really great in our corner and taking care of us and helping us. And his boss, Janet, who is another wonderful person who has helped me with a lot of things along my journey in the past couple of years, has become very close to me and has seen some things in me that I didn't see in myself and helped me bring those things out. One of our other workers, who is a wonderful woman, fiery Latina girl, Lizette, she's hilarious. She definitely is someone you don't want to be on her bad side, but when you're on her good side, she will fight for you tooth and nail. She's a great person, and I've really, over the years, she has gone from being the front desk person at our center to being one of our workers, and seeing her grow in that way and becoming something more than just the receptionist that I knew her as to begin with has been a wonderful journey to watch. And she's such a nice person, and she is really empathetic and really there for you. Deja, our one of our newest people to work at the center, is she's another one. If there's a question about anything technological, anything that needs any kind of research or anything, Deja seems to know it. Deja is on the cutting edge. She helps one of my friends. He has a lot going on in his life, and somehow she's able to not just help him keep it organized, but help keep his life on track and help him with everything. She does our social rec program. Now, our social rec is like just a bunch of us getting together and either talking and hanging out, or because of COVID right now, since we can't get together, the other thing we've been doing is like virtual walking tours, or on Fridays she'll do a concert or a movie or something like that. But it's a chance for us all to get together and all talk and all hang out. So like I said, guys, these people, also I almost forgot about Jillian. Jeez, Jillian has been there since I started going. Another sweet woman. I haven't seen much of her lately. She's been very busy. She's gone back to school, which I think is wonderful. She's been really good. She's another person that is very sweet, very down to earth, very understanding. I think being that these people are working in this particular field and working with people like myself and others who are brain injured, they have to have a big heart. They have to have a very deep amount of compassion. a very deep amount of empathy, and an ability to understand what we're going through on a personal level, not just on a professional level. The difference in that being most of these people are very book smart on the issues. Tom is not just a book smart person, he's a very smart gentleman. He is also a TBI survivor. So he not just sees it from the very base book learning part of it, he sees what we're going through our eyes instead of just being compassionate and empathetic and listening to us. He's been there, he's done that. And like I said, these people have become a family to me. And the physical location of the Carson Center itself, which is where I've been going since my initial injury and I got into the program. Yeah, it's not in the greatest area of Springfield, Mass, but it's not in the worst either. Things have gotten a little bit bad right now. Of course, with Corona, everything's kind of thrown into a tizzy. But it's been a comforting place to go. It feels like, I know the analogy is probably not the greatest, but it feels like an old pair of shoes. You slip it on and you just feel comfy. You feel taken care of. And unfortunately, that's being taken away from us. At this point, we don't know the full scope of what's going on. We just know that the way our Carson Center is being shut down. The Carson Center for Traumatic Brain Injury is being shut down and being shunted to a different program type. At this point, as far as we know, none of our workers, none of these people that we have gotten close to over the years, none of these people who have been instrumental in our lives, instrumental in helping us get to a place where we feel good about ourselves and everything. As far as we know at this point, they're not coming with us. And I'm hurt, to be honest. I am angry and I'm sad. I don't want to lose these people. They're very important to me. They have been there throughout my recovery from my head injury. In many ways, shapes, or forms. They have helped me go from being a pretty much bedridden, disabled person to being a person who has a functional disability. I don't know if most of you guys know the difference between the two, but a truly disabled person is someone who can't really do anything. A functionally disabled person is someone who has a disability that may come, may go, may be a permanent thing that causes them an issue, but they can still function in their daily lives. They can still do as much as they can out in the world. They just need to sometimes take it a little bit slower. Some people look at these people and think of them as being lazy or being sleepy or just not being ambitious. But it's not that. A lot of us have a lot of ambitions, but things prevent us from doing those, whether they be mental problems or physical issues that prevent us from going as far as we would like to go. So we do what we can when we can. And that's one thing this program has taught us, how to be functional in our lives while we have a disability. Not being disabled and functioning, being functional while having a disability. Putting the disability after everything else instead of putting the disability at the forefront. And the Carson Center has been a place where I have gone and met many people, good friends, that have helped me with issues, and that I've helped with their own issues. And it's not just that, it's the camaraderie of having someone who has that same issue that you have, that same knowledge that you have, that same experience that you have, that shared thing that brings you together, and that no matter what you go to them with regarding at least that subject, they'll be understanding. They'll know what you're talking about. They won't look at you and say, I totally don't get what you're talking about. You need to talk to somebody else. They're there. They know. They're going through it or have gone through it. Some of the people at that center have had a brain injury for nearly 40 years. Some of us are young. I'm not even, 2014? This is 2021. I'm going to be 7 this year, right? 4 and 7 is 20, or yeah, somewhere in there. I'm still pretty young in my head injury, but I know I can push through it. I know I can make it, but there's a part of me that doesn't want to, because I don't want to lose what I've gained. I don't want to lose these people who are very important to me. And I've thought about going to Richie Neal and Nick Boldega, and talking to them and saying, what's going on? Why are we losing these people who are so important to us? My community really not just craves, but requires stability, routine, continuity of care. And if you're getting jostled around from person to person, it's really difficult on people who have brain injuries. Anybody out there who has one would know that. So this has been a hard week for me dealing with that. Am I going to deal with it? Yeah. Am I going to find a way to make things work? Yeah. That's the type of person I am. I always find a way to make things work. Am I going to lose people? Not if I can help it. Nope. I died during one of my head injuries, and it taught me something. What it taught me is, when you get something good in your life, when you get someone good in your life, you hold on. You don't just walk away. You don't just step aside because a job ends. You don't just let the person out of your life because of a minor circumstance that would make it maybe a little bit harder to spend time with that person. You find a way. To me, that's a very important thing, because family is a major thing for me. And like I said, I consider these people family. So, anyways, I think I should probably end this here. I need to shoot a couple videos, or at least one video for my other channel. Guys, I hope you like this video. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. And if you're going to do both those things, why not just click on that notification icon and get notified whenever I put up new content. I'm going to be posting this. Today is Friday. I don't know if I'm going to post it tonight or if I'm going to hold off on tomorrow for it. I will be updating you on any information I get about this. It will be put in the TBI playlist. So, guys, I think that's all for now. Ozzy out. Later.